When the war ends, and one day it will, the real battle begins. Rebuilding. Not just cities, not just homes, but trust, institutions, futures. The question is, will Europe be there when the cameras are gone? Ukraine's post-war recovery could be the largest reconstruction project since World War II. And Europe stands at a crossroads, as a funder, a partner, or a bystander. As of 2025, estimates suggest that rebuilding Ukraine will cost over 500 billion. More than 150,000 residential buildings have been damaged or destroyed. Thousands of kilometers of roads, bridges, railways gone. Energy infrastructure targeted by drones and missiles. It's not just about repairing damage, it's about modernizing a country under fire. Europe has already committed tens of billions to Ukraine. Through the EU-Ukraine facility, over 50 billion euro is allocated for 2024 to 2027. Countries like Germany, Poland, and the Nordics are leading infrastructure, housing, and energy recovery. The European Investment Bank and World Bank are involved. But will this support survive political fatigue? In 2022 and 2023, Ukraine united Europe. But by 2025, some cracks have started to show. Rising energy prices, migration concerns, and election are shifting political winds. In Slovakia, Hungary, parts of Germany and France, support is softening. The question remains, will European voters keep backing long-term aid? For Ukraine, rebuilding isn't just about cement and steel, it's about values. EU candidate status was granted in 2022. Accession talks are ongoing. Post-war Ukraine must tackle corruption, strengthen the rule of law, and modernize governance. European support will hinge not just on compassion, but on reform. Ukraine doesn't just want charity, it wants partnership. Why should Europe stick around? Because Ukraine's recovery is also a European opportunity. A rebuilt Ukraine can be a green energy hub, a tech innovator, an agriculture powerhouse. Stability in Ukraine means security for all of Europe. The alternative? A wounded, unstable neighbor, vulnerable to Russia and disillusionment. Across Ukraine there are already stories of success. In Lviv, EU funds helped rebuild a university dome destroyed by shelling. In Kharkiv, a Franco-Ukrainian project is retrofitting apartment blocks to EU energy standards. In Kyiv, a German-backed startup accelerator is training displaced entrepreneurs. These are seeds of a new future, but they need nurturing. Reconstruction will take decades. It needs more than money, it needs trust, vision, and stamina. Europe must see Ukraine not as a victim, but as a future partner. Ukraine must meet reform goals, not for Brussels, but for its people. Together they can turn destruction into transformation. After the bombs fall silent, Europe's response will speak loudest. Will it stay? Will it lead? Rebuilding Ukraine is not a charity. It's a test of Europe's souls and its future. Subscribe for more stories from Ukraine's road to recovery. Leave a comment. Should Europe do more, or has it done enough?